Hey there friends, welcome back to my channel, Mystic Magic. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at this new moon in Aries that's happening on April 1st, 2022. This is going to be a reading for the collective, so there are no piles to choose from today. In a minute, I'm going to talk about some of the other astrological events that are happening around the time of this new moon. So if you're not interested in hearing about that, feel free to scroll down to the description box or the pinned comment, and you can just go ahead and skip forward to the reading. A couple of quick disclaimers before we start. Tarot is a tool that reads the current energy, and energy is always changing. So if you hear something you don't like, know that you have free will and the power to create whatever change it is that you want. Keep in mind this is a general reading, so all the messages may not resonate for you. Take what resonates and leave the rest behind. There could simply just be messages here that are meant for other people watching that just aren't meant for you. So with all of that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at this astrological breakdown that's happening around the time of this new moon in Aries. So in the lunar cycle, the new moon represents new beginnings, setting intentions, and starting new projects. The start of Aries season marked the beginning of the astrological new year, and this new moon in Aries is an especially potent time to initiate manifestations and set your intentions. As Aries is a cardinal fire sign ruled by Mars, this is the perfect time to take advantage of this burst of energy and take action towards your goals with confidence. It's an opportunity to be bold, assertive, and really take charge in regards to your personal goals. After all, Aries rules the first house of self and identity. So that thing that you've been wanting to do, consider this a really auspicious time to go ahead and get it started. So some other things that are happening around the time of this full moon. We have the Sun and Mercury conjuncting Chiron in Aries on April 2nd. So there's actually a lot going on here. Both the Sun and Mercury are personal planets which strongly deal with our personal identity and how we think and communicate. In the sign of Aries, this really amplifies the notion of the self. Chiron is the wounded warrior, and it can be quite challenging with Chiron transiting our personal planets as it brings up pain from the past. Aries is not shy, so this is a really great time to confront these wounds and take the lead in the healing process. With Chiron in Aries, this can be about healing what's really getting in the way of expressing your most authentic self. So with the Sun and Mercury conjuncting in Aries, this means that a lot of brilliant ideas and information is going to be illuminated, and you'll also be inclined to research and find out more about something that's been on your mind and communicating your findings with others. With the Sun conjuncting Chiron in Aries, wounds or past pains will be illuminated or exposed, and it really serves as an opportunity to take the lead down the path of healing. Others may look to you as an example, inspired to follow your lead down their own path of healing. And then with Mercury conjuncting Chiron in Aries, you'll find yourself thinking and ruminating on past wounds, but this transit really offers an opportunity to see things from a different or a new perspective. You may also feel inclined to write about or speak to someone about your experiences. This could also be about recognizing negative thinking patterns and starting to replace them with more positive thoughts that serve you. On April 5th, we have Venus entering Pisces. So Venus is all things love and beauty, and in the dreamy sign of Pisces, you'll be feeling a lot more gentle and compassionate in your connections. You may find it easier to forgive yourself and others, but a word of advice is to ensure that you keep hold of your boundaries and be mindful of letting yourself slip into illusions in regards to love or connections. Then on April 5th, we have Mars conjuncting Saturn in Aquarius, and this is bound to be a really challenging aspect. So we have Mars, the planet of conflict and drive, coming together with Saturn, the planet of restrictions, discipline, and responsibilities, in the rebellious and eccentric sign of Aquarius. So this is really sure to cause some chaos. Don't be surprised if you feel a lot of pent-up energy and frustration. You'll be wanting to break free of your responsibilities and your obligations. The advice here is to find a healthy outlet for this built-up energy, or to channel it into productively accomplishing tasks and goals that you've set. Though it's challenging, if you can find a way to channel this energy in a positive way, it's really going to help you in the long run. So now that we've had a look at all of these other astrological events that are happening around the time of this new moon, let's go ahead and get started with our cards that we have here today. So I'm going to put the tarot off to the side for now. We're going to look at that in a little bit. And we're going to start off by taking a look at the main energy and overall theme for this new moon, and then later on we'll get into some advice and guidance. So we have the solar plexus chakra, number 3. The frequency of the solar plexus chakra, the yellow flower of life, supports our sense of self, our personal power, and our willpower, as well as our knowing of who we are and what our contribution is to the whole. We have renewal with the root chakra. We have the whale with the water element. Wow. Okay, we have flow. Chaos and conflict, number 33. And let me just move these over a little bit. And we also have poised, number 48. Okay. Wow, there's a lot going on here. Okay, so immediately the first thing, I'm not that surprised that we have the solar plexus chakra coming out here, because I'm pretty sure Aries actually rules over that chakra, or Mars rules over the solar plexus chakra. And the card itself was talking about our sense of self, our personal power, our willpower, knowing who we are. And these are all things that are totally in line with what Aries is all about, right? So I'm really feeling in a collective sense that we're all just going to be getting this like, it's almost kind of like an electric shock. But just getting this like resurgence of energy, this resurgence of power. It's like really waking up to who we are, realizing who we are, not what other people have said that we are, not our mistakes, not our past, but really and truly who we are at our core. I love that we have renewal here, because this is again like totally in line with the energy of the new moon in Aries. It's like double beginnings, because the new moon represents beginnings, and then we also have Aries, which is the first sign of the zodiac, right? And it's like, you can see here, it's like winter's over and we're moving into spring, which is again like what Aries season is all about, the end of winter and transitioning into spring. And I also can't help but notice, I don't know if you can see, but all of her chakras are being shown here. So it's really making me feel like we'll be coming into alignment with who we are and what it is that we want to do. So we have the number 3, and then we have 33 here, and then 48 reduces to 12, which further reduces to 3. So we have a lot of 3s here. This could be a number that you're seeing a lot, or that you'll be seeing a lot around the time of this new moon. I know 33 is a number that follows me around a lot. And 3 is a very expansive number. It's the number of Jupiter, which is all about growth, blessings, good fortune. It's also making me think of the Empress, which is in line with that energy as well, of being like really abundant, really fruitful. She's typically depicted as being pregnant. So the idea of birthing something new, and we have renewal here as well. So it's like, what have you been wanting to start? Like, what new beginning has been waiting for you that just hasn't like broken through yet? So we have chaos and conflict here, and this card is actually making me think of a card that's in this deck here, the Sacred Destiny deck. And so it's reminding me of the card Healing Chaos, and the imagery on that card shows like a tornado, and then there's like a bunch of really colorful butterflies all around it. And what I'm getting with chaos and conflict here is that it's like there's a method to the madness, is basically what I'm getting. Like, if things have been like really crazy for you lately, especially if you've been trying to manifest something, it's not a sign that like you're going off track or anything. A lot of the times, especially when we're trying to create really big change, before we can get that manifestation, it's like the universe has to like shake things up for us. It has to clear out, you know, what's no longer serving us, to make room for what we do want to bring in. And also sometimes the universe has to align us with certain lessons that we need to learn in order to become the version of the person who is in alignment with the thing that we're trying to manifest. So if you've been trying to make stuff happen and it seems like everything is going wrong, it's not going wrong. It's just like things need to be moved around. It's like all of the chess pieces need to be moved around before you can, you know, say checkmate and win and win. But with poised here, it's like with poised and the solar plexus, it's like to stay rooted in who you are and to know that you have the power to make this happen, and to really confront your doubts and to confront your fears, and to remain in the energy of confidence. There's a quote that goes, "Feel the fear, but do it anyways," and it's really coming to mind. So, you know, there's never necessarily gonna be like the perfect time to do something. You know, there's always gonna be obstacles, or there's always gonna be reasons why you should wait, or, you know, whatever the case is. And sometimes you just need to take that leap of faith, because, you know, that fear may never go away. And if you're waiting for the fear to go away, then you might be waiting for a really long time, right? So acknowledge the fear, but don't let it hold you back. And so with this chaos and conflict here, I love that we have flow and the whale, because both of these really talk about deep healing. This flow card, it talks about how a meandering river, which was really important in ancient Greece. And when you have a bird's eye view of it, it kind of looks like a snake, the way it like winds. And a snake is a symbol of healing. It's a symbol of transformation. And there's really a strong message here of, even if things are going a bit chaotic or a bit out of control, that meeting it with resistance is only going to amplify that feeling of chaos and conflict. And as difficult as it is, if you can find a way to surrender and let go and just go with the flow and go where the wind's taking you, to just embrace and accept fully like your circumstances and where you are right now, knowing that things are changing, that it's gonna carry you along, and it'll make the process easier for you, right? It's like you either have the pain of like holding on and resisting it, or the difficulty of releasing, surrendering, letting go, and just going with the flow and seeing where it takes you. Because you can't control everything, and that can be a really scary, like thought or aspect of life. But we can control, our actions, our behaviors, how we choose to respond to things. And by going with the flow and focusing on your inner peace, it's just going to be better for you. Also, what I'm getting is like this chaos and conflict is actually facilitating your healing process, even though that seems like kind of contradictory, right? Because when we think of healing, it's like, it can be really difficult to confront certain things that we need to let go of, but then, you think afterwards like, oh, I'm going to feel so much better, which is true, but sometimes healing looks like a lot of chaos, right? And that's because certain things are being cleared out. You're releasing and letting go of everything that's no longer serving you. And again, like I just keep seeing like a tornado kind of just like ripping through and clearing out whatever's in its path. But then after that, it allows for regeneration and renewal. So I'm hearing to find peace in knowing that you are on the right path, even though it may seem like things are going completely wrong. They're just wanting me to keep reassuring you that nothing is going wrong. You're exactly where you need to be, and everything is happening perfectly. Everything is happening in divine order. And you're like literally shedding your old skin, or these parts of you that were not really you, or these parts of you that just don't resonate anymore. It's all being peeled away to reveal the real you. And I love this poise card, she just seems so like elated and free and like accomplished, it's like jumping for joy and celebrating at the end of like a really difficult journey, like finally reaching that finish line despite all of the challenges and the obstacles, and like realizing that like you had it in you the whole time to be successful. Also with the whale here, I'm getting that there could be like a lot of emotions coming to the surface. And again, there's just like this energy of like purging, releasing, allowing these things to come up so that they can be released in order for this like regeneration and renewal to happen. And that like not to beat yourself up or be so hard on yourself if you're feeling like, angry about something or sad about something or whatever the case is. Like if you feel like, oh, I should be over that by now, or like, why am I even thinking about this? This happened so long ago. Just allow it, go with the flow. If you need to cry about it, let yourself cry and get it out. If you want to journal about it, write it out, write how you're feeling, do that. Find a healthy way to, allow your feelings to come out and process them. because the universe is trying to help you create the space for this brand new chapter that's coming in for you. Like, you're literally aligning with your truest self, your most authentic self. So be easy on yourself. Yeah, and we also have the full moon here in the flow card, so there's definitely gonna be a lot to release. There's definitely gonna be heightened emotions, so be extra kind to yourself during this time, because there's a lot going on here. But this is also really exciting. It's like we have chaos and like purging, and then we have like healing and like this real sense of calm here with flow and the whale and just like allowing things to be. And then we have this energy of like this brand new chapter, coming back to the self, feeling really empowered again, being really aligned, like recognizing and knowing exactly who you are, and then charging forth and putting that out into the world. Okay, so let's grab the tarot and find out some specifics. Let's see what comes through, what messages come through. Okay, so spirit guides, please, what is happening? What can the collective expect with this new moon in Aries that's happening on April 1st, 2022, please? What can the collective expect to happen with this new moon in Aries happening April 1st, 2022? What can the collective expect with this new moon in Aries, please? Okay, so we have the Ace of Cups. I'm not going to take these cards because that's too many. And we have the Page of Pentacles reversed. Okay. What else, please? What can the collective expect with this new moon in Aries on April 1st, 2022, please? Okay. So we also have the Hermit reversed. I just heard, oh my god, Mr. Brightside by the Killers. The first line that goes, I'm coming out of my cage and I've been doing just fine. Okay, what else, please? What can the collective expect with this new moon in Aries on April 1st, 2022? What is going on with this new moon in Aries for the collective, please, spirit guides? Okay. We also have the Three of Swords. Let's get one more card. Okay. So we have the moon. Yeah. And on the back of the deck, we have the Five of Wands. So the moon is Pisces energy. We have Virgo with the Hermit, and the Page of Pentacles is Earth signs, so Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and the Ace of Cups is water signs, so Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces again. So what I'm getting with this is I'm basically just getting like a strong message of healing, that it's like there's something that you've been wanting to pursue, something that you've been wanting to start, like a project or moving homes, like a new job, a new career, This could even be like buying a new car. Like there's just like something that you've been wanting to do that has kind of been like put on hold, or it feels like it's been put on hold. And it's not that like it's not happening, whatever this manifestation is, or whatever this new beginning is. It's that there's really a period of healing that's happening before this thing can come in, which is kind of like exactly what we were talking about. With the Ace of Cups and the Moon and the Three of Swords here, it's like there's a strong sense of replenishment. A strong sense of replenishment with the Ace of Cups, and just like really reflecting and analyzing on past pains and like, you know, maybe suppressed emotions and things like that, like finally coming up to the surface, and maybe even feeling like it's overflowing. Like you might feel like there's really a lot going on. And again, with the Five of Wands, this is again talking about chaos and conflict. Like that's exactly what the Five of Wands is. Oh, but look at that, we have the Fool underneath. Exactly. So it's like, I'm hearing that it's necessary to purge whatever's coming up so that you have the space to embark on this new beginning. And you may feel that like this is a very like isolating journey. You may feel really alone during this time, or like you may want to just spend more time on your own so that you can focus your energy on this healing journey. Like you may feel like you don't really have the energy to, you know, like go out and socialize, or like do all these things, or like do things that you normally enjoy doing. And it's like there's nothing wrong. Like if you've been feeling like, wow, you know, like why don't I feel excited about doing this like hobby that I usually love doing? Like I'm so tired, I just don't have the energy for it. There's nothing wrong with you. It's just there's so much going on. There's so much healing and purging and like renewal and regeneration that's happening, and it's to prepare you for this new beginning. So really focus on yourself here. Take care of yourself. Take care of your needs. And I just keep hearing rest and rejuvenation. Like I know we don't have the Four of Swords here, but it's giving me the Four of Swords kind of energy of just like there are some things that like need to be put to rest, and once those things are dealt with, then it'll be like finally time to like fully close the door on that and move on. But so okay, I want to get some more cards. I'll put the Five of Wands here. I want to find out like what the new beginning is, because I'm like, I know this like healing stuff, and ooh, okay, so the Fool definitely wants to come out. We're gonna leave it out. Like I do get a bit of a heavy energy from all of this purging and healing, which is, you know, like that's to be expected. But I'm also still like really feeling this excitement over here, and like this like sense of calm, you know, like once all of this is over and like, you know, you've kind of gone through the thick of it, like things will really slow down, but in a good way, not in like a stagnant way where nothing is happening, but just feeling like really at peace. And it's almost kind of like you're just like floating, like you're just floating and like happy to just be like going with the flow instead of resisting it. So okay, Spirit guides, please, what is this new beginning that's going to be happening after this period of healing, please? What is this new beginning? What can you tell us, please, for the collective? This new beginning that's happening for the new moon in Aries. what can you tell us about this new beginning that will be happening for the collective around the time of the new moon in Aries after this period of healing, please? Okay. So we have the Four of Pentacles. Oh, we have the Ten of Cups. Oh, I love that so much. Okay, what else, please? What is this new beginning that's happening after this period of healing for the collective, please, around the new moon in Aries? What else can you tell us about this new beginning? What else can you tell us, please, about this new beginning that's happening after this period of healing? Okay, so we also have the Eight of Wands and the King of Wands. It's beautiful. Okay. And on the back of the deck, we have the Queen of Pentacles. Okay. Yeah. I'll put this here. And we have Justice underneath. Exactly. Okay. So, the Fool is Aquarius energy, and it sometimes makes me think of Aries because it's the first card in the major arcana. And obviously Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. And then we have the King of Wands, which is fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And then we have more earth sign energy with the Queen of Pentacles and Libra with Justice. So I'm loving this so much. This new beginning is gonna bring you ultimate emotional fulfillment. This is like being at the point where it's like you have everything that you've ever wanted and needed, and like you're just feeling so fulfilled, and that your heart is so filled and literally just like overflowing. I'm also seeing this as like finding your people, like finding people that you're really connected with, people who really vibrate with you on a soul level, who just really understand you and understand what you're about and like truly love and support you. So you could really be moving or relocating with the Four of Pentacles, the Ten of Cups, and the Eight of Wands. That's something that I'm getting. Or you could just be spending time traveling, going to new places, going to different places. But what I love that we have the Four of Pentacles here, because this is like, it's such a stable and solid kind of energy, which I feel like is something that's so like needed and appreciated after like all of this feeling of chaos and conflict. Because, you know, sometimes feeling stable can get to the point of feeling stagnant and boring and just like, you know, you're unmotivated and things like that. But when things are really chaotic and hectic and like there's a lot happening, it's like, you know, you just crave that kind of stillness and stability. And I see that that's coming at it as part of this new beginning, like just feeling really grounded and secure, not just in yourself and who you are, but like in the different aspects of your life. And it's interesting because the Eight of Wands, it talks about movement, which is, I know, like the opposite energy of this Four of Pentacles, but it's a dynamic energy, but it's not a chaotic, like, you know, destructive feeling kind of movement. This is like, oh yeah, this is like being in flow. You're gonna be in flow. So I'm hearing something that like like you're gonna be in flow and you're gonna be generating the right kind of energy, or like you're gonna be, it's gonna be a really creative time for you. So with this Page of Pentacles reversed here, if this was some kind of like a creative project, a creative pursuit, or just like some kind of idea that you had, it's like you're really going to be in flow with your creative energy. Or if before you were feeling very uninspired, if you were feeling like you had writer's block, creative block, things like that, it's like now you're going to be back in the flow again of like having all of these ideas and having all of these downloads and like things like that coming in. Because in this renewal card, like her crown chakra is just like lit up and glowing, like her aura is glowing, and that's going to be you. But there's like whatever this big vision that you have of your life is this new chapter that you're going to be embarking on. I'm getting strong entrepreneurial vibes here with the King of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles. So like if you've been wanting to start your own business, or you might be having a realization maybe that you want to start your own business or start your own thing, like a charity, something like that maybe. That's what this new beginning could be about. Or with the Queen of Pentacles, I'm getting that like in this new beginning, you're gonna have this like newfound respect for yourself. Like you're really gonna see everything that you've gone through, and like it's like you're gonna recognize that like you got yourself through that, you know, you picked yourself up and you confronted all of these you know, difficult experiences and difficult emotions, and like you confronted that and you dealt with it and you processed it and you healed from it, and like look at everything that you've done, and you're going to realize how strong you are and how powerful you are, and there's just going to be this newfound love and respect for who you are, and you're really stepping into a period where you're making yourself a priority and you're putting yourself first, you're nurturing yourself, you're taking care of yourself, you're more compassionate and giving to yourself, and it also puts you in a better position to nurture and take care of others too. So you could be a parent, or this new chapter could even be having children of your own, with the Queen of Pentacles, the Ten of Cups, the Ace of Cups, and the Fool here. So if that's something that you've been wanting, this could be something that's coming in for you. Or it could even, like, it doesn't have to be like literal children. It could just be something that, you know, you value so deeply and you care for so deeply, and you really put a lot of time and energy into it. So I just saw 4444 on the clock. So that could be a number, another number that you're seeing. So we had 3333, and now we have 4444. And well, so we have another 3 and another 4 here. So 3s and 4s. And I loved so much that we had Justice underneath the Queen of Pentacles, because it's like there is a reason that all of this happened. Like, this isn't just chaos and conflict for the sake of chaos and conflict and, like, you know, destruction without a cause. It's like this was totally meant to happen, and you'll be understanding why, like, all of this had to happen in retrospect. Like, you'll get to the point where you'll look back and be like, oh, okay, like, you know, even though that was a really difficult period of my life, or that was a really hard thing to go through, like, I understand why I needed to go through that before this new beginning happened. And with Justice, like, balance is going to be restored to your life. You're going to have so much clarity. And, you know, the swords also represent truth. So it's like getting back to the truth of who you are throughout this process, because this could be about really shedding old self-limiting beliefs or negative thinking patterns or opinions of us that have been projected onto us by other people, and just like unlearning and reprogramming ourselves, like really stripping away what's not really us and what either like society or just other people in our lives have like put onto us, breaking free of that and stepping into our own truth and realizing that like nobody gets to tell you who you are, you tell them who you are. Also, so I mentioned that we have Libra energy here with Justice. So this is taking me to the 7th house, which is all about our connections and relationships with others, which is, so Libra is the opposing sign of Aries. So I feel like there's going to be a strong balance here between focus on the self and like healing and putting energy towards your connections. I also saw 4747 on the clock, which that reduces to 1111, and we have an 11 here also. I'm just seeing all the number synchronicities with this reading. I'm loving it. But so you could be finding that like your relationships are gonna be feeling a lot more balanced and a lot more positive after this experience. Like I'd mentioned with the 10 of Cups, like the first thing that I was thinking of was that like you're really going to be finding your people, or there's just going to be this kind of like newfound appreciation of the connections that you do have, or, you know, really appreciating and focusing on the people who genuinely support you and who love you and, you know, have their best interests for you is something else that I'm getting. And I'm also seeing balance between your masculine and feminine energies here with the King of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles. So again, it's like knowing when to take action and knowing when to be able to go with the flow, right? Of being in touch with your emotions and also being in touch with your confidence and like your power and your strength, and knowing the time and place to use those, right? Because we all have masculine and feminine energies, and it's common for one or both to be unbalanced, and it really takes a lot of work and a lot of healing to get to the point where we have like healthy, balanced masculine and feminine energies. And I feel like that's what's going to be happening on a collective level. And I'm also hearing that you'll be in a better position to be setting boundaries with the King of Wands and the Four of Pentacles here. So I really hope that these messages that came through really not only brought clarity, but also like, you know, brought a sense of relief or a sense of hope that like what you're going through isn't for nothing, that, you know, you're not lost, you're not on the wrong path, everything is happening exactly as it's meant to be happening, and that there's a really beautiful beginning, a new chapter on the other side of this for you. So I'll put Justice over here. I'll move the tarot deck and let's start getting into the advice and guidance. So we have a time to give rather than take, new moon in Virgo. And we have the energies gaining momentum, waxing moon. Yeah. So with the new moon in Virgo, this is making me think of like a time to give to yourself. And I'm also getting like with Virgo energy here, like, because we have the Hermit too. So it's like really analyzing the situation, really planning, getting organized about like, you know, not only what it is that needs to be released and you know, dealt with, but also planning and organizing like this new beginning and this new path that you're going to be going down, and like, you know, what goals do you have? What is it that you've been wanting to do? Because soon you'll be having the space to bring in these new beginnings. So it's like, it's time to get clear on what it is that you want to bring in. And with the energies gaining momentum, waxing moon, what this is telling me is that, again, it's like you're on the right path, but there's still progress to be made, and there's still like a ways to go. And I'm just getting like strong messages of encouragement, and like they just keep saying that like you're on the right path, you're on the right path, you're exactly where you need to be. Okay, things are building up. And with the new moon in Virgo, it's bringing me to the 6th house, which is all about like health and wellness as well. So really make sure that, like with the Queen of Pentacles here, like really to take care of yourself and nurture yourself this time, to focus on your health, physically, mentally, emotionally, energetically, spiritually, like literally on every level, just to give yourself what you need, to really tune into yourself and like ask your body, like, what do you need right now? Like, do you need more sleep? Do you need to drink more water? Do you need to eat something healthy? Do you need to like exercise a bit or get moving a bit? Yeah, so to really just tune in and like find out what it is that you need so that you can better take care of yourself. So we also have Cozy Up with Risk, number 61. We have The Distraction of Shiny Things, number 15. And we have Ambush Fear with Your Ferocious Dream, number 51. Okay, so we also have 1551 here. Some mirroring numbers. Yeah, earlier I had said feel the fear but do it anyways, and we have ambush your fear with your ferocious dream. So it's really time to like really tune into your masculine energy, I'm feeling, and to like really channel that sense of confidence, that sense of ambition and drive, and like just go for it. Like whatever it is that you've been wanting to do, it's time to take that leap of faith, to take that risk and to go for it, because like we have the 10 of Cups here. Like it's gonna bring you so much happiness and fulfillment, and I'm just like, I keep just getting like strong really strong encouraging vibes from this, like our guides are like on the sidelines cheering you on, like come on, you can do it. And like not to get not to feel distracted or not to be thrown off by this kind of like chaotic and conflicting energy that's happening around you. Don't let that throw you off of your path, or like not to let it make you think that you're going in the wrong direction, because you're going in the right direction. And again, like we have that elephant with this like shining jewel on the top of its head. I think your crown chakra is really going to be activated, because we have this like alignment of chakras here, and you're going to be getting a lot of divine guidance and inspiration as you go along your journey, and you'll be receiving a lot of signs and synchronicities to let you know that, you know, you're going on the right path. So we had the repeating 3s, repeating 4s, repeating 1s. Also, I would say birds. We have the bird here, and there's some birds flying in this card as well. Those are the things that are really sticking out to me. And so also with cozy up with risk, like of course there's the encouragement to like take a leap of faith, but also with all this Virgo energy, it's like to take a calculated risk, which kind of seems like an oxymoron in a way, but it's like it's almost just kind of like do your homework and like, you know, plan things out, analyze things, like, you know, suss out the situation, but also balance that with taking some risks too, because there's like different levels of risks as well, right? But yeah, it's giving me the like leap and the net will appear, leap and the universe is going to catch you. It's going to require action on your part in order to bring this in, but it's like once you do start taking actions, once you do leap, it's like there's going to be this kind of like effortless flow where you're being carried to your dream. That's really exciting. Okay, so the last two cards that we have are self-care cards. So we have, Nourish Your Temple number 38. So again, that's another 11. So, okay, and we have positive affirmations number 41. Yeah, so again, this Nourish Your Temple is really bringing me back to when I was talking about this new moon in Virgo card. Really make sure you're taking care of yourself during this time, with, you know, like what you're eating, what you're drinking, even what you're consuming, in the sense of like what media you're consuming, like whether this is on social media or TV shows, music, things like that. Like maybe you want to listen to more calming music during this time, or, you know, watch shows and movies that really make you feel good or that inspire you, rather than maybe stuff that's a bit more stressful, like scary movies, or I don't know, like reality TV where there's lots of drama and things like that. You might even feel more inclined to like eat more plant-based or eat more like vegetarian-based food, is something that I'm getting from this, which I've never gotten that message before. So maybe that's just for a few of you, but you know, honor your own body and emotions, and you do what feels right for you. But we also have positive affirmations here, and again, so we have another, I don't know if you can see, but the third eye activated here too, and I've never noticed this before. I've had this deck for so long, but I literally just noticed that there's this like orb of light in her hands. And we even have some moon phases. So interesting, because we had the waxing moon down here too. But so for example, on here it says, I love myself, I choose love, brave, beautiful, worthy, grateful, healthy, happy. So I love doing affirmations. I basically do them anytime I remember. So I'll like literally do it throughout the day. I'll do it as soon as I wake up. I do it in the shower. Like literally anytime I remember it, I'll like start saying affirmations to myself. So you might want to do something like that, like when you wake up in the morning and you're getting ready in the bathroom, like look in the mirror and tell yourself some really positive affirmations about yourself, like I'm confident, I'm beautiful, I'm successful, I'm abundant, I'm at peace, you know, whatever. There's like unlimited amounts of affirmations that you could say to yourself. Or you can even like write them on little sticky notes and like put them around your room or around your house, so that you're kind of like always like being reminded of them, things like that. But again, I'm drawn to the fact that both of these cards have like rainbows in the background. We have a rainbow here in the Ten of Cups. We have this like rainbow with all the chakras here. Even on the whale card, there's like yellows, blues, greens, purples, pinks. So rainbows could be another sign that you see, whether it's, you know, like in real life or on TV. It's just like a picture on the internet, something like that. I feel like that'll be another sign for you. But it's also making me think that it's like colors being restored to your life. Kind of like, I don't know if you've ever read the book or watched the movie The Giver, but it's basically like all in black and white. And then like at the very end, Jonas like accesses this world of color basically, and like everything comes to life in color. It's like, that's what I'm getting. So you may even be called to like physically bring more color into your life, like wear more colorful clothes, or like have colorful decor in your room or in your house, like a different color blanket or colored pillows or something. So that's something else that came through. But that's everything that I'm seeing for you. I really hope this resonated. Be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed watching this, and also hit the post notification bell so you never miss out on when I upload a video. Thank you so much for letting me read for you today. I love you so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!